Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Navaldeep's channel, Daily Market Views. Hopefully, you had a good summer weekend and you're all set for next week's trading. So, here I am with my trading plan strategies for Monday, primarily for next entire week. Retailers like Walmart, Target, and other small retailers are going to have their numbers. Plus, we're going to have big numbers from nvda. So I'm all excited for all of that. So in my list, I'm covering futures and Nasdaq, QQQ ETF, Apple, Airbnb, Amazon, AMD, Boeing, Facebook, Disney, mrna, Google, Nvidia, Target, Tesla, Walmart, and Zoom. Zoom also have earning coming up next week. In case you have any questions for me, you can reach out to me on Twitter at Naval4you, and you can watch these videos at YouTube on my channel. If you like it, do like and subscribe and click on the alert button so you can get all the real-time updates. All right, so let's get started. Let's take a look on the weekly structure of ES first. So here we have weekly candles. On the weekly candles, we are almost near the resistance line. It's been happening for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in the past, and these 2 weeks. So we still have some width where we can go higher on the weekly candles. So that higher will come at 4485 area. So that is still valid. Above 4485, the psychological number of 4500 is or will be the next resistance. And till the moment we are holding 4430, I think we are pretty good positive trend. So wait for 4483 to breach on the higher side. On the daily candles, we are going up. The 12 EMA is at 4423. So 4423, 4430 is an excellent support area. If it breaks, we might see 4415 acting as support, because this was the last neckline where we had some support. And if it breaks, then 4385 and 4360. Right now, it is not looking that we are going down. So the trend for me, in my view, is positive, but I am getting a little skeptical here because we are not able to breach this long-term trend line for quite a while. We have tested the resistance, came back, tested the support, came to the resistance, then tested the support, again to the resistance, tested some level of support. Here we are in a double resistance zone. So let's see if we can break it up or not. Second other thing is a fundamental thing. Last 2 weeks, you have seen hardly any interest in the market. Like stocks are there, they're just eating premiums in case of options, or if you have equity, they are just there. It's not actually letting any kind of big moves, right? So let me just check on futures, the volume. So the volumes you see are lackluster. And if you compare this kind of volume, whenever there is a low volume, back to back, it is a recipe for a big move coming in either direction. So you should be very careful of keeping any positions overnight. We might see some news, because right now there's no news in the market. So market needs a trigger, a catalyst. So low volume can be really a recipe for a very big move. So be careful on that. Triple Q. And one more thing which I missed. ES is on the long-term resistance zone. 4483, it's a long-term resistance zone. So it will be respected. So on the upside, we have 24 points, roughly 25 points for a move. On the downside, we have about 100 points move open. So the risk and reward is to be a little figured out. Either we have to close above 4485 to be super positive and go towards 4600, or we need to break below 4430 area for any negative move. In between, take positions according to the market direction, and you have those levels clearly defined for you. QQQ. And even in this week, I am not expecting too much move on the market, but I am now positive on tech. This is making a morning star, but again, it's at the top of the candle. So how effective this could be, I'm not sure, but it is taking the support of 12 EMA very nicely. It is going up, closing above 12 EMA, and now it is holding very well above 12 EMA. 12 EMA is 366.89, so it's almost 2 points above than that. So it's holding that, and it has been holding this for very, very long time. So in case it breaks below, I think that will be the time where tech will go down. So you have to be very careful. On the upper side, 375 is still the target, but do we have that kind of push left in the market? Do we have any catalyst? Because all the big numbers are gone, all the big news which was supposed to come has come. So unless and until there's a trigger, we could be at a long-term resistance. This is a long-term resistance level. So be careful again, like ES on the triple Q. On the downside, 362, 361 area is a super support. So till the moment it is held, we may see a dip, but that dip can be used to buy. Anything below 361 should be super negative on triple Q. And then we can actually see 351 and 344. And guys, if you have any questions, do let me know. I can answer straight away. Just post your questions and I will answer. Apple, like as we saw, 147, 46 area, it broke on Thursday and then went up. Friday, it was trying literally hard throughout the day, but couldn't able to close above 150. Tomorrow, if we have a candle which is down, then it will become an evening star, which is not good. Evening star is like a moon which goes down. So we have to be very careful here on Apple. Up, somewhat dodgy. If we see a red candle, that's an indicator that yes, we are going down on Apple. Anything below 146.50 will be a confirmation. So be very careful on Apple. If it goes above 149, like high of Thursday, Friday, which is 149.44, it is bullish. But if it opens below 149 and closes around 147.50, you can short the stock, or you can like I'll be shorting the stock at that time. That will be my idea. So I'll be really, really careful watching Apple. Amazon is in the negative trend. It is making a morning star, but the volume is not backing it up, and the length of the candle was not sufficient enough. So till the moment it has held 3286, 1, 2, and 3 times. So I will be looking whether it is able to hold 3286. I'll be my goal is to see if it breaks 3286 on the downside and hold. If it does, you can see a very free fall in Amazon until 3130. So you have to be careful. It can only go up if it crosses 3384. Guys, 1 second. So I'm watching Amazon 3286 level very, very carefully. Then abnb, Airbnb finally started to move, had a bullish engulfing pattern, which is really positive, uh, almost near the long-term resistance of 154. As soon as it breaches, it's open for 168. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm really bullish on it. There was heavy volume, which took it from the bottom to the top, and then it's almost there at the resistance level. So any dip towards 148, I'll be a buyer. And 146 is a perfect entry. I'm not going short on Airbnb. If it fails 154, I will not trade it, but I will not go short. I want it to break 154 area. AMD has been consistently holding these lines. Even on Friday, it came all the way down, tested 106.65, which was 12 EMA, and the day low was 106.55. So it almost tested it, respected 107, respected 111, and even respected the seller zone of 111.66. So it respected it beautifully. Now, if it reaches above 111, it has some area of sellers until 117. So I would like to be a buyer at around 107 once again if I get a dip. And I will try to see if we can breach 111. 111 breaches, then we have potential move around 117, 118 area. I'm still bullish on AMD. I still see it testing 129 area, 128 area. Boeing has been total disappointment. See here, it made the evening star and boom, it's going down. But the only good thing is there was no volume in the move down as compared to the volume while going up. So anytime it comes around 232, I'll take a check whether to go long in Boeing or not. The trend had finally shifted towards positive. So 232.53 is something really important for me in Boeing. So I'll be watching that. Then we have Disney and Facebook. So Disney, as I said on Friday, even if it had the good numbers, it always had the potential to give those good numbers back. So that's what it did. It opened really high at 187, made a high of 180. It opened at 186, made a high at 187, and then came back. Could not hold this resistance, could not hold this resistance, and then close. Now, if it comes around 180.34 area, like in the after hours, it was there. But if it comes around 183, 80.34 area and doesn't hold, it will give up its gain and it will go down. So 180 is something really important for Disney. If it holds 180, I'll be looking for 183 target. Facebook made the bullish engulfing and then made a dodgy. It is still struggling to breach this 365 lane. This 365 has to be broken, only then it can move further. In between, trendwide it is holding up nicely, but struggling to breach this 365. I am looking forward for any open trade only above 365 area. 365 area above, it can jump, otherwise it will struggle. So that's my take on Facebook. Google is finally making its move. It Thursday tested that 12 EMA. From there, it went up. Now it's there at the resistance zone. It's almost near its all-time highs. So I'm suspecting if the QQQ will move up, if again I'm saying if, then Google will be a leader in that move. So if I have to go long, I'll be going along the breach of 2765 area, 2766, the breach of all-time highs, and I will look at 2800 area as my target. Then Moderator. A Moderator has been making inside days back to back, back to back. Plus, it could not breach the resistance of 395 on Friday or even Thursday. It closed right below it. So now the trend is negative for Moderna in terms of uh, how would I say, in terms of buying opportunities. I will not be a buyer. I will be definitely a seller. 393. Anytime it closes above 393, I will be I will exit my short positions. But I'm looking for a target of 332 and a target of 260 on Moderna, and that is pretty much possible. It has made the morning star, the evening star. So I'm expecting it to go down really, really badly. Then we have NVIDIA, which have results coming up. So NVIDIA couldn't break out of 2808, failed, tested almost 197 area, closed above it or around it. And then from there, it's taking that as a base and trying to move up. It is trading at 218, 202 roughly. So if this trend continues, because this was an inside day and then there's a breakout, I would expect two more candles positive towards 208 area. At least we should see a rally towards 208, 209 area before the year. The year there's on 818, which is 3 days, 16, 17, 18. So we may have some move pre-ER on NVIDIA. Then we have Target. Back to back candles tested this green line. Target has been respecting this 12 EMA green line for many, many months now. So if it doesn't hold this time, it could be really, really bad. You see, since March, it has been holding this 12 EMA very nicely. And from there, it has seen all the moves from the area of 179 to all the way to 270s. So that's about $100 move on target in about 4-5 months period. So now if it doesn't hold this, the first supports come at 254 and then the 220. So you need to be very careful. The expectations are really high on retailers, especially Target, because it has performed really well in the past. So if it fails, it will fail big. And it has potential to go down big as well. So be careful on it. Tesla has been disappointed, total disappointment. It had the inside part, the bearish, bullish engulfing, failed, couldn't breach 733, came all the way down, and now it's in the middle. So I would like to see another candle. If it is another down candle, then it confirms the bearish side of it. If there's an up candle, then yes, the bullish continuation can happen. But for it to go anywhere on the higher side, it has to positively close above 733. 733 is a very strong resistance area for Tesla. It has to be breached for it to have any positive momentum. And on the downside, 703 is the support. 703 below 686. So this is a no trade zone. I'm not going to trade in between 733 and 703. This is totally a no trade zone. Anything above 733 will be positive. Anything below 703 will be negative for me. Walmart also have numbers on coming this week, and Walmart should take a support around 148, 149 area. Now 146 is an excellent entry for Walmart. So somehow, if we get an opportunity to get Walmart at 146, we had one cycle from 144 to 150. Now, if we again can get an opportunity around 146, 147, that will be an excellent entry point. And then it can, again, it has already given a pre-ER rally. So if it fails, it will be a disappointment. because here it had back-to-back good numbers. But Friday, you can see lackluster moves without any volume. So market is waiting for them. So 146 is a good entry, 146, 147. And if it gives you opportunity and numbers are really good, it will test 160. It will break its previous highs and will test 160. 153, 50, 66 is the previous high. Zoom. Oh, I chose the wrong stock. Zoom had a disappointing move. It failed 393 very badly, and sadly now it is below the trend lines. It was holding this trend line for quite a while. It even break above it, but failed. Now it is trying to break below, and if it does that, the support comes around 303 area. So I will only be a buyer in Zoom if, and I mean only if, it holds above 360. If it doesn't, then no, I will wait for it to dip, or I'll be making a short position in Zoom for a 302 area move. The 12 EMA and the 34 EMA are converging towards each other, which is never a good sign. So most likely, if it goes below this dark red line, trend line, we can see a big move downside. Also, if you see it, it's making an M pattern. And this was something which we have seen in Roku as well. So a move towards 300 is really possibility. One more stock which I was positive is Plantier. Plantier, I am looking forward for a move towards, I would say, 30 area. Plantier has taken this base very respectfully, and it has an inside day as well. So any time it goes above 25.58, it's really positive. So I'm looking forward for a Plantier move above 25.58 area. It's really positive. All right, so I am now stopping the recording, and we can have some collaboration. We can discuss points, and if you have anything, we can go through it. All right, thank you for listening.